Welcome back. Let's take a look at Dine Brands. You're off about 4% here. It is the owner, the parent company of IHOP. They are posting better than expected profit for the second quarter, but revenue falling short. Consumers still continuing to pull back on spending. I'm pleased to say Dine Brands CEO John Peyton joins us now. Thank you so much for being us here in person, live in New York.
Appreciate it.
What is the biggest struggle that you hear from consumers at this moment?
What we're hearing from consumers is that they're very value-driven right now. And so when we look at our data, Taylor, we're seeing a couple of things. We're seeing that our guests who typically earn about $75,000 or less are dining out less this quarter and last quarter than they did last year. When they do dine out, they're looking for the value portion of our menus. And so, for example, at Applebee's, if you combine the LTOs and the everyday value portion, about a third of our tickets now are those value items. That was only 22, 23% same time last year. You know, interestingly, we're also seeing that the higher income guests, those over $100,000, we're seeing more of them in the last quarter, not on even a percentage basis, on an absolute basis, which is telling us that there's some trade into our category. And at the lower end, where we're losing some of our lower income guests, our data tells us that it's because they're eating at home rather than switching to other brands or to fast food.
It is cheaper. Yes, it is cheaper to eat at home. But for the people who are coming in and you're talking about these value items, you guys are not the only chains that have implemented this. McDonald's, White Castle is launching one. And so ultimately, if you see more people or a higher percentage flocking to these items, in the case of McDonald's, I actually think Coca-Cola had to contribute to that to sort of make it work for them. You're possibly losing money on those items. So how does that work in the overall big picture? Yes, you're bringing them in, but if they're going for the value stuff, are you making money?
So definitely not losing money on a promotion. So you know, a couple of key things to share about that is that every one of our promotions is profitable, right? And as a rule, we don't do anything as a loss leader. We have a ad committee for each of the three brands, and we construct promotions together with them. So it's the franchisee and us at the brand that think this is the right promotion, right combination of food and price and message at the right time. And constructing a promotion is really both art and science, right? The art is the fun part. What music do you use in the commercial and things like that. Right. But the science is it chicken or steak right now? Which one's has a better cost, right? How many do we need to sell to break even given the price trade-off, things like that.
Wow. You a fan of getting rid of the tax on tips?
So you're referring to Mr. Trump's recommendation.
Yes.
So I don't know a whole lot about it, right? He's put it out there. I haven't studied it, so I can't give.
You got a lot of tip workers though. They'd probably like it.
We do have tipped workers. I'm sure they would appreciate it, but I haven't seen what he's proposing.
Okay, fair enough.
Quickly, California, we've talked a lot about the hiking of the minimum wage and now asking for an extra $4 on top of that. How much does that pressure you, if at all?
Yeah, so the California minimum wage was specifically designed for fast food, right? And so we're adjacent to that at the moment. So when we look at our franchisees in California, their cost of labor as a percent of sales, it's still about the same as before that rolled out. So we haven't seen a direct effect at the moment, but closely monitoring it with our franchisees.
Pop quiz. Oh, go ahead.
I know he's got an answer on this one. Do you make your pancakes from scratch?
Oh, yeah.
Don't dodge me on this one.
You know, that's a really hard question, Brian. Let me think about it. Yes, they're made from scratch. All of our pancakes, our eggs are hand broken. Everything is made to order fresh.
See, I like the sound of that.
Well, my pop quiz is going to say IHOP or Applebee's. I'm Applebee's.
Well, I'm IHOP now.
I'm IHOP, and now even more now that I know it's all fresh and from scratch.
And there is fuzzy taco in there as well. I don't mean to leave out the
Thank you for mentioning tacos.
Taco.
I love all my children equally.
Of course, you have to. You have to say that.
Unless I'm at one of their brand conferences, and I love that child at that moment. Yes.
Okay. Well, John, we so appreciate you being here with us, especially too on a tough day for the stock. You're honest, and we're grateful.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Good to see you.